हरि ओम। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिहन्ति हितानि च यत्रैव उपशमयन्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनलेशः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञातात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति शिखरः यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनो सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरवे नमः। वसुदेव भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जगत जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। हे अर्जुन, अभी 2-3 दिन में आने वाले हैं
जी। आ जाएंगे।
हे अर्जुन, तुम ये जो ज्ञान में प्रतिष्ठित हो जाओ और अपने कर्तव्य निष्ठा में बिल्कुल सुदृढ़ हो जाओ। कर्तव्य से अपना कर्तव्य में मरना चाहें, अपना कर्तव्य से डगमगाना ठीक नहीं। दूसरे का कर्म को नहीं देखना और तुम अपना ये जो अपने आप आया है भाग्य से तुम्हारे सामने कर्तव्य के रूप में ये धर्म का लड़ाई, इसको लड़ लो। इसको कहते हैं परेच्छा प्रारब्ध। प्रारब्ध कुछ अपने इच्छा से भी होता है और इसको कहते हैं परेच्छा प्रारब्ध। प्रारब्ध हमारे जो होना है सो होगा, पर एक तो हमारे पहले से हमारे जो किस्मत पहले तय कर रखा है, हमारा किया हुआ सारे जो संचित कर्म है उससे कुछ हिस्सा वर्तमान जीवन के लिए शरीर का कर्म करने के लिए कुछ दिया गया है वो तो अपना प्रारब्ध है, उसके अनुसार जो होगा होगा। लेकिन दूसरे की इच्छा से जो प्रारब्ध होता है, परीक्षा प्रारब्ध कहते हैं, वो भी हमारे अपना प्रारब्ध के साथ संबंध तो रखता है, लेकिन है थोड़ा अलग जैसे। तो उसको तुम स्वीकार करो, नहीं करना, नहीं करना, हाँ करते रहो, परंतु ऐसा मत कहो कि अब मुझे मार। हाँ जी, स्वागत नहीं, किसी का निमंत्रण नहीं देना। कोई आ गया, आ जाओ भाई, आ जाओ। कल आए ना 2 महात्मा लोग आए, इतना परेशान है, दिन भर थके मांदे, अरे आए हैं ये तो साक्षात भगवान समझो आ गए। नहीं आए तो मैं उनको बुलाया थोड़ी। इसके ऊपर महात्मा लोगों का एक कहावत है, पकड़ महात्मा लोगों के अंदर भी सब कहावत हो चलता है। कहते हैं आगतम स्वागतम कुर्यात गच्छन्तम न निवारयेत। आने वाले आओ, जाने वाले जाओ। जाने वालों के लिए 25 फुट का रास्ता पड़ा है, जाओ, गेट खुला है, और वही गेट खुला है जो आने वाले आओ। 24 घंटा गेट खुला है। पहले भी मैं इसी थ्योरी के ऊपर, पहले कमरा में मैं कभी चाबी नहीं लगाता था। एक बार कुछ चोरी हुआ, तब भी बहुत विचार किया, अरे ये लोग, मेरा दरवाजा खुला रहने से दूसरे को गलत काम करने के लिए मौका मिलता है, इसीलिए मैं दूसरे का गलती करने में कारण नहीं बनना चाहिए। ताला लगा देने से क्या नुकसान हो जाता है, लगा दो। परंतु यहाँ आकर के तो मैं कभी ताला नहीं लगाता, खुला पड़ा है, सब खुला। हाँ साहब जी, खुला तो पड़ा है। आपका जहाँ पैसा रखते हो तिजोरी खुला छोड़ देते हो क्या? मैं खुला छोड़ता हूँ सबके लिए नहीं, सबके लिए नहीं। जो गलत काम नहीं करेगा उसके लिए खुला पड़ा है, खुला पड़ा है। चाबी कहीं भी कोई भी देखेगा खुल सकता है। लेकिन जिसके मन में थोड़ा कुछ गलत करने का डर है, उसको प्रॉम्प्टिंग मिलता है, ये तो देखने से लालच आ जाता है, इसलिए मौका नहीं देना। एक शनि मंदिर है हमारा, वहाँ पर कभी कोई घर में कभी कोई ताला नहीं लगा, चोरी नहीं हो सकता, शनि भगवान ठिकाना लगा देता है।
तो भय है ना, डर है कि कुछ करेंगे तो कुछ हो जाएगा।
हाँ,
डर से
वही बात, डर के मारे नहीं करते।
सबसे बड़ा भय है स्वामी।
पर यहाँ डर नहीं है।
नहीं, वो शनि सिद्धनापुर शिरडी के पास है। वहाँ का कहावत है कि अगर तुम चोरी करते हो, तुम वो गांव का सीमा नहीं क्रॉस कर सकते हो। तो उस चक्कर में
नहीं बताओ, डरते हैं लोग, ऐसा भय है।
वो भय है कि कौन मरेगा जिएगा किसी को पता नहीं, बट चल रहा है। लेकिन आजकल दरवाजे दिखाना शुरू कर दिए, वो पुराना जमाना चला
इसी
गया।
प्रकार भगवान कृष्ण अर्जुन को समझा रहे हैं। निर्वाण प्रकरण योग वशिष्ठ का पूर्वार्ध 56 अध्याय में हम देख रहे हैं कि जो परीक्षा से जो परिस्थिति के अनुसार, समय के अनुसार जो कर्तव्य हमारे सामने उपस्थित होता है, उसको संपादन करो, नहीं करना। तो ये जो महाभारत लड़ाई, इसको तुम ही लड़ोगे अर्जुन, You have to fight this battle.
Today is Sunday.
Huh?
Today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday. Yes.
Something Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
Sunday to English.
Yes, स्वामी
Why are you not reminding me?
क्योंकि स्वामी जी हफ्ता भर आप दोनों बात करते हैं
नहीं, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम साथ ही इंग्लिश में कर रहे थे।
और हिंदी
इसकी क्षतिपूर्ति।
और इंग्लिश हमारे समझ में नहीं आती स्वामी जी, तो हिंदी अच्छा ही है।
और इंग्लिश वालों को भी अभी हिंदी समझ सकते हैं ना स्वामी
But some people don't understand Hindi. So, for English not knowing people all these 6 days and English knowing Hindi not knowing people for them 1 day at least. You didn't raise your hand.
I didn't. No, I was waiting for a break. It sounded like a good discourse.
So this is Yoga Vasishtha 56th chapter in first half Nirvana Prakarana. And Arjuna is advised by Lord Krishna, it is not your will, it is others' will, that means it is God's will. So accept whatever comes by the way according to the time, space and conditions. Desh kal patra. So don't invite anything, don't reject anything, whatever comes by the way as your duty, you perform it and be established in your own path. You will reach the goal soon. No, nothing can disturb you. Nothing can stop you. That means you are already standing on the goal. Where are you standing now? The goalkeeper stands, of course, little ahead the line. But line is line. You are standing on the line. So that side is goal and this side is game. I am giving up this duty. I don't do it. Such a decision is taken by ignorant persons only. And the wise men never say so. They do whatever comes by the way. It is not. You see, there are two only. There are two. One is I and my with my. That is called world. The other is God. I or God. Okay. I means world. I and I cannot stand all alone. So it has my belongings. Whatever it has relationship with. So everything is called world and the other is God. When there is no I, then only God is there. Only God is there. Whatever is not your will, where there is no I, there is God. This is the easy way to understand what is God and how to meditate and what is called meditation and what is called our goal and where to, how to, when to reach the goal. When there is no I, everything is God. And if I comes, then there is no God. They say in Hindi, जहाँ मैं है वहाँ तू नहीं, जहाँ तू है वहाँ मैं नहीं. Where is I, there is no God. You are not there. Wherever you are there is no I. So either of the two. That's how I say there is no if or but in God. There is no such grammar. No language can reach God. So why men never say no? And it is not so easy to say yes always. यह कर्म मैं छोड़ता हूँ और इस कर्म का मैं अंगीकार करता हूँ. इस प्रकार तो जो निर्णय है वो तो एकमात्र अज्ञानियों के मन से होता है और ज्ञानियों को तो एक सौ स्थिति, एक सी स्थिति रहती है. Neither they say yes, not they say no. प्रवाह पतित कर्म कर रहे शांत मना तथा सुसुप्ति की तरह अपनी आत्मा में स्थित हो रहे जीवनस्थ महात्मा लोग इस व्यवहार भूमि में संकल्प विकल्पों से शून्य होकर सुसुप्त आत्मा के सदृश निर्विशेष स्वयं ज्योति एकमात्र आत्मा रूप होकर स्फुरित होते हैं. प्रवाह पतित कर्म कर रहे. प्रवाह the flow, whatever is seen in the flow, it is called pravaha patit. Whatever comes by the flow of time and conditions, and it is done. That means you have done the need of the hour, Santamana, and thereby, because you don't have desires, so you will be calm and quiet. You will not be restless to fulfill any desires. We always run to do something. That doing is nothing but fulfilling the desire. So, if you have no desires, no acceptance, no rejection, then there is no cause for your restlessness. You will be always calm and quiet. तथा सुसुप्त की तरह अपनी आत्मा में स्थित हो रहे. And such people, they remain in their own self. They abide in the self, just as one rests in the deep sleep state. And such realized souls They do everything in this relative world and without any desires, without any positive thoughts or negative thoughts. Nothing. No thoughts are there. Of course, thoughts will be there. They are just like burnt up paper. When the paper is burnt up, what remains? The ash in the form of paper. Sometimes the letters also are seen in the burnt paper. Just as water print.
Waterproof.
So in that way the thoughts remain, but they are useless. The dead body. It cannot do anything. So in such condition, without any desire, without any thoughts, they remain as if they rest in the deep sleep state, and they know themselves, that is, they are aware of themselves, that is the state of reminence. Reminence, when everything is negated, not this, not this, not this. So whatever remains in the end, where where there is no ideas even, what to speak of thoughts, beyond the horizon of everything. We say beyond the horizon of events. This is scientific, modern scientific term. Beyond the horizon of events. Events means neither words nor actions nor reactions, nothing is there. That is called the reminence, and that is aware of itself. That's how it is called Swayam, that is self-effulgent. Effulgence is nothing but knowledge, light, knowledge, and that is self-made. There is no reason for it. The causeless cause for everything. And in that state, only the self is self-revealed. Self-revealed. Nobody is अनावरण को क्या कहते हैं? Nobody वो सब नया अनावरण करता ना. इनॉग्रेशन तो हमारा वो व्यवहारिक शब्द है. डिस्कवरिंग और अनकवरिंग और रिवीलिंग. Thank you.
So it's like can we say like a thin sheet of a cover or something which is.
That is our mind or chitta. That is the waves of the supreme power, And when that is not there, that means the screen is unscreened. Everything, the truth reveals. So in that way, it is self-revealed. Revelation of the unrevealed. In that state they remain. That is the state of the realized souls. जीवन मुक्त में दूसरा भी सुसुप्ति साम्य है। यह कहते हुए कहते हैं पार्थ, जैसे थोड़ा भी विक्षेप होने पर कछुए के सिर पैर आदि अंग तत्काल ही भीतर प्रविष्ट हो जाते हैं, वैसे ही तत्व ज्ञान से वंचित हो जाने के कारण वैसे ही तत्व ज्ञान से बाधित हो जाने के कारण तुच्छभूत विषयों से अनायास निवृत्त हुई जिसकी इंद्रियां मन के साथ परमात्मा के अंदर निश्चल स्थिति प्राप्त करती है, वही जीवन मुक्त है। स्थिराम संस्थिति मायांति गुरुमंगा निव सर्वसा। He has taken the words of Gita as it is. इंद्रियाणि इंद्रियार्थेभ्यो हृदि यस्य स्वभावतः। He gives the example of the tortoise. Just as by little disturbance, the limbs of the tortoise are withdrawn inward. It is drawn inward and the tortoise remains motionless and nothing can disturb it. Nothing can disturb it. In the same way, the senses of a realized soul without having any association with the sense objects, having no work, no mean to remain outside, they are withdrawn inside. That is called introvertedness. The senses, the thought waves, that means the mind, intellect, everything becomes standstill. Nothing works. Automatic. It is by itself. They remain quiet. They do nothing. And that's how the state of a wise man is just like a deep sleep state. It is not really deep sleep because in deep sleep we are not aware of ourselves. That awareness is overpowered or enveloped by ignorance. That is unawareness. You are unaware of your existence. Mind is there, but it is unable to do anything. It is in rest. And that is the state of the realized soul, but they are aware of themselves, so that awareness is known as positiveness. That rest is positive rest and deep sleep is negative rest. In that state, the wise man abide. Because the senses have no work. Senses only work to fulfill the demand of the desires. But there are no desires. So senses have got no work. Sometimes just as the laborers of a factory, say in the Corona time, all the factories are open, but there is no work, there is no incoming materials, nor outgoing. So factory is closed, not closed, it is open, but the laborers have no work. So they remain, they chit-chat and they remain, they enjoy in the factory. They have got attendance. The teacher is not there. The teachers have gone on strike. The students enjoy. Enjoy. They go from their house and they play in the school. They don't like to read or do anything. No school work, no homework, nothing. They enjoy it. That's how the wise men enjoy their existence. And that is called the eminence. After doing nothing or having no work, they have done everything. Achievement, knowledge is self-knowledge is known as achievement of that after which there is no achievement remains to be achieved. Reaching the goal, after that there is no journey after that goal. Or knowing which there is nothing immense to be known. So that is the last end of the game. That is what called beyond the horizon of events. And that is known as black hole by the scientists, and we say it is truth. Where no mind, no thought can work. There is no time, there is no space, there is no events, there is no desires, no ideas, nothing is there. So because you don't know anything, that's how you say it is black, but really it is white. It is awareness of awareness. So it is white hole. It is not black hole. And that we know as Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha, where nothing is limited. Everything is unlimited. That means everything is one. Kuntha means miserliness. No miserliness, no limitedness, no pressure of anything. The open to one another.
Restrictions. Restrictions.
Absolute rest.
Restrictions.
No restriction. No conjunction. No limitations. Everything is unlimited. Everything is free. You want pizza? You go to Vaikuntha. He wants pizza in Vaikuntha. Free. Everything is free. Yes, Mataji.
Swamiji, I am not supposed to ask you any question.
Yes.
But small thing I would just want to ask. That there is so much of ananda, there is so much of bliss, there is so much of everything. Then why we people afraid of that state of mind?
Afraid of?
So go forward, fast in that road. Like I am afraid of something like. Say I am going to lose something. So in brief.
Deep sleep or in
Going forward for the moksha or for self.
moksha.
Afraid of moksha, Swamiji.
हाँ
So हम लोग डरते क्यों हैं स्वामी जी?
नहीं वो
डरते हैं?
नहीं वो माता जी बोल रही है कि वो आनंद बता रहे हैं जिसमें लिमिट नहीं है, मगर वो लिमिट जाने को हम डरते क्यों है?
असीमित को प्राप्त करने को डरते हैं।
Why there is a fear?
Do you really fear it?
That we lose ourselves, कि हम अपने आप को खो जाएंगे. Right? So much.
This fear is not real. Everybody inwardly wants it. When I restrict you to do something, do you like it? Who likes rules and regulations? Who likes restrictions? Everybody wants to be free. Even a small child who knows nothing, he also wants freedom. Everybody wants freedom. If you don't need it, you are afraid of freedom, that I don't think it is a fear, it is misunderstanding maybe, something. Nobody is afraid of freedom. Everybody likes it. Practically. See the children in the school, they like to go to school and learn something, that is because of desires. But really, when there is no teacher, they like it. Nobody dislikes freedom. No. There is no fear for freedom. There is the inner urge for freedom. If one is afraid of it, that means he doesn't understand what is freedom. Generally it is not seen. Even the birds, the animals, the sea, even the ant, it is going somewhere. If you put some obstacle in the way, it will divert and go. It will not stop working.
Swamiji, I'll refine the question, the same question stage. They say it is like anandaham, it is ananda, it is the bliss, it is the moksha, right? What I am refining, like if it is so true, okay, everybody likes freedom, I like to be free. But why I don't want to leave this? Because that is, I know, okay, मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. It is kind of a catch-22 situation. अगर पक्का directly मिलेगा तो okay, I'll leave this today and I'll walk over there. But that is the thing, that is the fear, that is key.
The doubt. Yes. That is because you see, we have not tasted honey. That's why we don't want to give up jaggery. It appears, it tastes very good. In this local area, I have seen people eating good jaggery as the sweet. In Pahadi language here, mithai means it is jaggery only. It is not laddu or rasgulla or barfi. They are not called mithai. They didn't see it. They didn't know it, how to eat, what to do. Hardly they could get some jaggery, bheli. They go to Dehradun from here by walk. 3 days they take to reach Dehradun, up and down in the hills. And they purchase only 3 things: some salt, some jaggery, and some cloth. That's all. That is their need. And they were quite happy with that.
Very, very happy, Swami.
Very happy. And they didn't know what is all these rasgulla and gulab jamun. They didn't know what is called sweet. And now, because they have tasted all these, so now if you give some barfi to laddus to children, they throw it. No, I don't like it. They like better ones. Slowly, when they taste it, now they don't like even these sweets. Pizza.
They want fast food now.
Because something new. It is not really so tasty. Something new. So what is the reality? When you have not tasted what is bliss, that's why you are not willing to give up this worldly happiness. There is happiness in the world. It is not. It is not denied. But this happiness is always interrupted. It changes. It is transitory. It is momentary. It is changeable. But we get happiness. There is happiness in the world. I always give you the example. This is called the truth. It is continuous, uninterrupted, everything. But because you don't like this, why? Because you are satisfied with this. In between you get little all this. And it is always changing. You have not tasted this, not seen this. That's why you are quite satisfied with this. This satisfaction also is interrupted. That's why, because you have no taste for this, you don't know this, that's why you don't want to reject this. That is the fear. It is unwillingness, it is not really fear. Because if I have 5 rupees in my pocket and I have not seen what is 500 rupees note, can I give it up? At least 5 rupees I have. That's why I don't know what is 500 rupees note. I have not seen 2000 rupees note. I am a beggar. That's why I don't want to give up this 5 rupees note.
That is one thing, Swamiji, and what I understand for a common people, for a common guy, Swamiji, what when I see you as my role model, या आत्मानंद स्वामी जी को देखता हूँ, एंड व्हेन आई सी कि आप लोग इतना मेहनत किए हो, जंगल में जाके रहे हो, रजत को देखा हूँ 3 साल मौन रास, ये तो अपन से नहीं होगा। तो अगर ये सब सच्चाई पाने के लिए करना है, खिचड़ी खाना है जीवन भर, तो ये तो मेरे से नहीं होगा।
Now, who is telling to
नहीं
do
आई एम
all this?
आस्किंग, तो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, तो इतना मेहनत करने के बाद भी मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, वो भी देयर इज अ डाउट।
Okay, we shall discuss it after. It is nobody is compelling you to do all this. You have your freedom.
Focus is not on
Everybody has
vision, Swamiji.
freedom. Huh?
Once you have focus on the vision, then all these things one can take.
They will disappear by themselves. That is what I am telling, because you have not tasted what is bliss.
Yes.
That's why you enjoy your worldly enjoyments, and you don't want, because you have not seen it.
Yes, Swamiji.
You are quite well off with jaggery.
Small pleasures. Swamiji.
Yes, sugar can. Yes, it is nice. Enjoy it. जीवन मुक्त में दूसरा भी सुसुप्ति साम्य है। यह कहते हैं, पार्थ जैसे थोड़ा भी विक्षेप होने पर कछुए के शीत वैर आदि अंग तत्काल ही भीतर प्रविष्ट हो जाते हैं, वैसे ही तत्व ज्ञान से बाधित हो जाने के कारण when the knowledge is disturbed by the worldly ignorance, so naturally, just as the tortoise limbs are withdrawn naturally, so also the senses of the wise man, they don't enjoy the worldly pleasures, they are withdrawn inside. They don't enjoy the happiness of the world. They are withdrawn inside and they enjoy the uninterrupted bliss. That is called continuity, or that is called what we call uninterrupted, undisturbed. समरसता, समरसता को क्या कहेंगे इंग्लिश में? एक रसता, uninterrupted bliss, undisturbed bliss, that is found within by the senses. रसवर्ज्यम रसोप्यस्य परम दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. Gita words. When they don't find real happiness in the worldly objects, the senses don't like the worldly objects, they are withdrawn by itself and they see the absolute bliss inside, so they are withdrawn by themselves. The senses never enjoy the outward happiness. They are there. They are not dead and gone, but they don't like all these outside. You see, sometimes some newly married, see, some girl, when it comes to the village fair, there is fair going on in the village, everywhere crowd and everything. She doesn't like to go through that crowd to fetch water from distance. No, she doesn't like it. She wants to be hidden inside the room. Similarly, this self, it doesn't like outside crowd. It enjoys inside. That's how the senses don't enjoy the worldly objects, because it is changeable, it is interrupted. Where there is happiness, there is also pain, pain and pleasure. The world is nothing but accumulation of pairs of opposites. Wherever there is light, there is darkness. Where there is happiness, there is suffering. Where there is height, there is lowness. Everywhere, pairs of opposites. That means one changes into the other. That is called the journey of the world. When it goes on changing, then only it can progress further ahead. If it is steady, it cannot progress. So, if it is ever steady, that is real enjoyment. That is achievement of the goal. Ever steady. And that is known as ever rest. Everest. Everest. The height of heights. Above that, nothing is to be climbed. तब व्यवहार काल में जीवन मुक्त महात्मा लोग जगत को किस रूप से देखते हैं, तो इस पर मनोराज्य में परिकल्पित वृत्ति से रही विचित्र चित्र की तरह ही देखते हैं। यह बतलाने के निमित्त सृष्टि से लेकर प्रलय पर्यंत संपूर्ण जगत का मनोरचित चित्र के रूप में वर्णन करने के लिए भूमिका बांधते हैं। Now the question comes, okay, if this is the state of the realized souls, they don't like extrovertness. They always like to be inside, in the heart. So, how do they behave? How do they behave? How do they see this outward world? Of course, we see differences and we see in different way. You say this is tree, that is mountain, this is river. We have all the differences between the objects, and we see something, we hear something else, we hear the sound, see the form, smell the fragrance. So we have five senses of knowledge. We see the world by the perception of senses. If they have no senses, extrovertness of the senses, that means senses are withdrawn, then how do they see this world? If the eyes doesn't like to see the forms, so how do these forms appear for them? how the realized souls look at these names, forms, and all these sound and all these. How do they look this world to be? Is it darkness for them? Yes, of course. They don't see all these differences. They see everything, but there is no differences. How? For example, this is the vision of the ignorant people and the wise people both. If you don't know Hindi, how do you look at this? You don't know anything. How do you look at these pages? Pages you see, but you see some black spots. It has got no meaning for you. You look at it, you see something which has got no meaning. You don't see the differences between these black spots. काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर जैसे in Hindi. The black alphabets are just like buffaloes. You see, in India, if you don't know the difference between Telugu, Tamil, and our South Indian languages, you will see everything round. And if you don't know the North Indian languages, Bengali and Hindi and Odia and this Gujarati, they appear similar to unknown persons. Similarly, the wise people look at this world, they see it, but there is no difference, there is no meaning. There is no meaning. We call it artha kriya karita. Whatever they do, it is useless doing. Artha kriya karita nahi रहता है. They eat because something forces them to eat. So they eat, they don't enjoy the taste. Somebody is putting something inside and they eat it. Whether you give some chilies or some rasugullas, it is all the same for them. They look at this world just as we look at the flowers and the cow look at the flowers. It is very good food for them. And it is beauty to see, fragrance to smell for us, but for the cows and for the bees, they don't see the beauty. They see the honey inside the flowers. And the caterpillars, they see the softness of the petals of the flower. They can eat it nicely, good food. It is beautiful for our eyes. It is tasty for their tongue. It is food for the butterflies and honeybees. So in this way the vision changes, the object remains as it is. So the world looks like something picturesque, some picture with some colors and linings. For the wise people, they see the world They see the people going here and there, the animals and human beings, there is no difference. There is some movement going on. So, they say, they see the one homogeneous presence everywhere. That is called Sat, Chit, awareness. Everywhere there is awareness, Anand. Everybody is satisfied with its existence. That's how it is existing somehow or other. So, they see only the Satchidanand, existence, knowledge and bliss. They see it, they realize it, they enjoy it. Whereas the ignorant people, they suffer because of the differences they create. This is the tree, this is living tree, that is dead tree. We see it. But for the carpenter, both are same. Both are same. The carpenter has to use the wood. It is not tree, it is wood. And for the poor people, they see only firewood. This dried tree is more costly for the poor people than this green tree, because they can cut it and take and sell it. They cannot afford the green trees. So this is more valuable. In this way, the value differs. Value differs. Value differs because of differences. These differences are not seen by the wise men. They see everything similar. This is called equal vision. समदृष्टि इसको कहते हैं. This is called equal vision. The wise men see everything equally. But in the relative world, relative life, they do everything differently. They don't eat by the eyes, they don't hear by the mouth. They hear only sound by the ear. But that hearing has got no value. They see the form by the eyes, but those forms have got no value. So everything becomes similar. For them, the sound is equal to the form. There is no value. There is no difference in value. That is called equal vision. They see the difference in the forms by lines or by colors. Just as we see the difference in this reflections, but we know there is no difference. We see it. There is no value. There is no difference in value in the reflections. Though there is difference in the mountain, tree, or the sky, the clouds, or the rivers, there is a difference. But that difference has got no value. One who knows these are only reflections. This is called equal vision. Though you see the difference, yet you don't give value to the difference. That is called samadriti, equal vision. This is only a picture for you, isn't it? See, for a child, it is just some colors. It doesn't know what is this picture. See the differences. And for a very good artist, it has got some meaning. For artist, it has got meaning. There is so beautiful differences between the fountain and the mountain. There is difference. And these are the alphabets. It has got meaning, words. Something is written here. It is not only color. These differences are seen by someone, but for someone else, this looks only colors. You don't know all this language, so you see only colors. That's all. This is called equal vision. There is no value in this color. To explain this, Lord Krishna gives the example of the castles in the air. When you build castles in the air, has it got any foundation? Has it got any depth in the sky? Has it got any color really in the sky? Has it got any weight? Or will it break down when the sky vibrates? Manorajya, the buildings in the sky, castles in the sky. मनोराज्य में परिकल्पित भित्ति से रहित विचित्र चित्र की तरह ही देखते हैं. Picturesque picture. That's how we sometimes meditate on the form of Lord Vishnu as a picture of the three worlds. Chitram Rarambhyate tam tribhuvana bapusam Vishnu samnamami. I salute to that Vishnu who starts making picture in his body as three words. You start writing in your hands or in your body some pictures. उसको क्या कहते हैं? Tattoo. So has it got any meaning? The whole body people go on writing Ram, 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 Ram. Whole body. There is some sect. There is some sect. Yes. There is some sect, they go on writing their Ishta's name, their God's name, on the whole body. Whole body. So that is called Pettu. That is what is called Lord Vishnu. His body is all pervading in three worlds. So this world is nothing but his body, and all these pictures are drawn on his body. So this is how the great wise men look at this world. Some pictures, and pictures are nothing but lines and colors. Lines and colors. That's all. Has it got any value? This is how the great people, people of understanding, look at this world. चित्तरूपी चित्रकार विश्व के अधिष्ठान भूत आत्मा के ऊपर अनंत उन वैचित्र्यों से युक्त तीनों काल में उदित स्वभाव संपूर्ण जगत रूपी चित्र का भित्ति के बिना निर्माण कर देता है, विदाउट एनी फाउंडेशन, विदाउट एनी स्क्रीन, बैकग्राउंड स्क्रीन. This world is hung in the air. This is a picture of beautiful castles, colorful castles in the air without any foundation. This is called our visible world. This is how the great people look at this world. Different visions, different angle of vision. स्वयं एकमात्र ज्ञान स्वरूप होने के कारण प्रकाशन के अयोग्य भी चिदाभास युक्त अंतःकरण युक्ति रूप बत्तियों द्वारा प्रकाशित हुए इस अद्भुत चित्र जगत चित्र को अज्ञान रूपी आकाश में पहले पहले चित्र रूपी चित्तेरे ने इतने विशाल रूप में परिणत किया है. This chitti, the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the artist who has got no color, no ideas, no identity. That is called chitti, chitta, the supreme power. The power is, it has got no existence, but yet it does everything. This is chitta, because it is a picture, chitra, chitra means picture. So because it is a picture, that's why it is told as chitta. Because it is awareness, that's why it is called chitta. Chitta, chit, chit means awareness. It is aware of unawareness, that is called chitta. And awareness of awareness is known as chit. See the difference? Awareness of awareness is called chit, the awareness. And awareness of unawareness is known as chitta or chitti, the supreme power. That's all. It is just like your deep sleep and waking state. You are unaware of your awareness. Your awareness is unaware of your awareness. Both ways. That is called your deep sleep. And in waking state, so-called waking state, you are aware of your awareness, that you are doing something. You have value for these actions, whatever you do. So this is how he says, this is chitta. Chitta draws a beautiful picture of three worlds in the sky without any basement, any foundation. it is held in the sky. This is called your world. And this is how the wise people look at this world. It is their view. स्वयं एकमात्र ज्ञान स्वरूप होने के कारण प्रकाशन के अयोग्य भी. It is not because it is darkness, so it cannot be seen. And चिदाभास युक्त अंतःकरण वृत्ति रूप पत्तियों द्वारा प्रकाशित हुए. And the inner heart of hearts, that is called the self-effulgent light. By that it is seen. The heart observes all these words. When it wants to observe, then it gets impure and it sees this world in different ways. When it is extrovert, extrovertness means impurity. It cannot associate with the outside objects without being influenced by something. So it is called darkness. The reality is not known. That is how the inward heart, the inner heart, it sees this darkness. And it sees this as some dark picture. So tomorrow we shall see how this picture is drawn. Okay? How to draw a picture. Do you want to have that colorful picture or just linings, black and white picture?
Colorful.
Colorful? Okay, tomorrow. Bring some color box. Okay. Tomorrow we shall draw a picture.
Where is Swami?
Huh?
Where we will draw?
In the sky. Baseless. There is no foundation.
Now you can ask your question.
Now, Hari Om. If anybody has any questions, you can come forward.
Swamiji, you were in the starting explaining about Parecha Prarabdha.
Paricha Prarabdha.
Parecha Prarabdha, and you were explaining about what are the qualities of a Jnani. So, like these Jnani's qualities are come by the Parecha Prarabdha, or it is developed inside himself due to the particular situations what he has gone through, or the Parecha Prarabdha influences him to go through that.
Don't bring all these differently. They are everything within it.
But there is a difference between a
The
Jnani and
difference is there within. When it is a picture, whether it is parecha or apnecha, whether it is your will or others' will, there is no difference. Because it is only a picture. There is neither my will or else God's will. There is no will.
so, like if you say
It
about
is just a picture. So, don't make complications in complications.
already
अरे यार, it is already so complicated. There are so many differences, but why don't you see no difference in the glass surface? There is no difference.
If we see the no difference, we even need not see the glass from it. You only just close the eyes and
Go on looking at it. That is your meditation. Go on looking at this picturesque picture.
That will solve the problem.
You
You
see,
can ask the question. What is the problem?
differences, because we have been habituated. Our mind, our thought waves, we have been so habituated, we cannot remain without differences. We give value to something and less value to something else, more value to something else, valuing meaning and having differences, then only everything goes together. When there is a difference, then only there will be difference in value. And when the words are there, we have some meaning of it, and according to the meaning, according to the use of it, we give value to it, and we are so much engrossed in this habit, we don't come out of it. Just for theory's sake, some ideas we have on the vision of the wise men. Is it right? How do you know the wise men look like this? Because they say, we suppose the author is better than us. So we believe. We should have believed. We have to believe. You are not the ultimate limit. So you have to always believe on others. This is how we believe in our life. Since our existence of this body, we have been believing others and giving value to everyone. And now we have to believe it as something, but nobody knows how does a blind man look at this world. How can you know with eyes? When you have eyes, how can you know how do these blind men look at this world? And how they can understand how these eyed fellows look at this world. The blind man cannot understand. Let him break his head. Can he? Because he is habituated to see the world as something. He cannot understand how these eyed fellows see the world. How that light appears to be. They say they see something with even blind eyes, but they cannot understand how these eyes fellows see. Similarly, we cannot understand how these realized souls behave in this world and how do they look at this world. But we can have some ideas, that's all. Nothing is clear. We can have some ideas, haphazard ideas, some clumsy, some confusing, some elusive, some colorful, some lucky, some ideas. our mind is like that, our habit is like that. So the only way to stop the mind is know it and keep quiet, at least as long as you can. Then only you understand what is meditation, and you can have some little understanding about the realization of the truth. How is the truth? How the realized souls behave? How do they think? How do they act? And how the worldly people are engrossed all the time, 24 hours, with their desires, fulfilling the desires, giving value to the desires, giving value to the different value to the different forms and different names. You see, a doctor knows whether the other person is a doctor or not. An engineer cannot understand whether he is a doctor or not. He is giving some medicines, so he must be some doctor. That's all. You are an engineer. How can you understand I am a doctor or not? Can you? Because I am giving some medicines, so you are bound to accept I am a doctor. Nobody knows the secret.
Swamiji, what you say is totally correct. So in this chapter, what it is going through, and Arjuna is asking that how can I kill my family members and this. So how
To have some ideas. These supposed ideas can neutralize the other ideas we have already have. This is why we have to accept these new ideas. That's all. Just as you put some color over, see, this is parrot color, isn't it? You can put some green color over it, that will subside this. You can put some white, some black color over it. It will appear better. Something over something. But everything is only color over color. That's all. We have some ideas. Can you give up those ideas? So, to neutralize those ideas, to color those ideas, you should have new colorful ideas. That's all. That's why we should understand how do these, some ideas, how do these great people behave, how do they look at this world, how do they value this world. We cannot understand 100% perfectly unless we become,
Like that.
we go to that level.
then what is the meaning for understanding?
Now it adds to your understanding.
So coloring.
Coloring, color over colors. You cannot remove it, you cannot reject it, so go on putting colors over colors. Because you cannot clean your dustbin. So at least if it is smelling foul, then put some scents over it. That's all. That's all.
वो इसीलिए वो बाथरूम में वो लगाते हैं स्वामी जी, ओडोनिल लगाते हैं.
Yes, yes. In the car also you put that some stuff,
पुस करता है.
some smelly, some
बदबू
yes,
तो नहीं निकाल
freshener, refreshener, and we have some spray also to spray in the room, isn't it? And some people use it. It smells so bad. I cannot I cannot accept it. They spray something over the body. They don't take bath. And to hide that foul smell, go on spraying.
The perfume.
That is what we are doing. That is what we are doing. Try to understand.
It is better to not take a bath or anything, but just go and dip in Ganga and just be.
What else we can do? Because we cannot clean this dirty, foul, full, this garbage. We are not ready to clean it totally. So some spray over it. Our understanding of realized souls are like that. भाई साहेब स्प्रे करो स्प्रे. हरिओम.
आज इंग्लिश क्लास है ना सर.
हिंदी में पूछ ले कोई.
अरे बहुत वो क्या वो पसीना पसीना हो रखा है अभी ठंडी में. कौन जाता है नहाने के लिए? चलो स्प्रे कर लो ऊपर. बस इतने ही कर सकते हैं आप.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
हाँ जी स्प्रे करो. फॉग फॉग. हम ये जो सुन रहे हैं, जो समझ रहे हैं, ये खाली हमारे डस्टबिन बहुत गंदा है, उसके ऊपर थोड़ा स्प्रे कर. That's all.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
हरिओम हरिओम. Can you clean the dustbin?
Yes, स्वामी जी.
If you cannot clean it, so spray something.
स्वामी जी.
Yes.
मेरे डस्टबिन में तो दूसरों का भी कचरा रोज आके फंसता है.
और वो जो तुम्हारे नर्दमा
कचरे की गाड़ी हो गया मैं.
नहीं नर्दमा वो कुछ फंस गया, कुछ ओवरफ्लो हो रहा. अब क्या करे यार. योर आउटलेट has been stocked.
पाइपलाइन चोक हो गई है.
थैंक यू. मैं कितने बार बोलता रहता हूँ भाई, समझने के लिए कोशिश मत करो. Thousand times I tell you, don't try to understand anything. अरे पागल, कुछ समझने के लिए कोशिश मत करो.
स्वामी जी वैसे भी समझ में आता ही नहीं कुछ.
अरे टाइम पास
करो.
टाइम पास करने के लिए ये सबसे बढ़िया तरीका बहाना है. भगवान को मिलने के लिए सत्संग ही बहाना है. ये तो बहाना है, बहाना करना पड़ता है.
जैसा लग रहा है.
आए
सब तमिल और उससे केरल लैंग्वेज लग रहा है.
तमिल और कन्नड़ा.
गोल गोल.
हाँ गोल गोल, सब गोल गोल है. बात सही, सब गोल गोल. ये आप लोगों को पता नहीं, ओडिया भाषा में भी हिंदी का जो सीधा लकीर खींचते ना ऊपर, उसके गोल कर दो तो हिंदी ओडिया बन जाएगा. तो वो गोल गोल को ये क्या वो तेलुगु में देखो, सब ऊपर गोल गोल. वर्ल्ड इज राउंड, गोल गोल सब। चलो कल देखते हैं आगे क्या देखने वाले। कल हाँ चित्र बनाएंगे कल। कल कितनी सुंदर ये दुनिया का चित्र देखेंगे। Tomorrow we shall see the picturesque picture in the sky without any background and without any colors also and without any lining. Go on putting lines. Some Napa. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai, सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय, शब्द ब्रह्म की जय, सरस्वती महारानी की जय, जोगवशिष्ठ जी भगवान